October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, a time to honor those who have fought or continue to fight this horrible disease. And with us today, Emma Tupa from Sanford to talk about an upcoming event to help benefit those with breast cancer. Thank you so much for joining us again here on North Dakota Today. Can you talk a little bit about the United Hope Luncheon? What exactly is it?
Yeah, so our United in Hope Luncheon, it's our second year, and it's really just about raising awareness for breast cancer, of course, and then it is a fundraising event, so raising money for the Edith Sanford Breast Initiative here in Fargo.
And this year's event, Luncheon, is this Friday.
Yep, this Friday, October 11th from 11:30 to 1. It's at the Avalon Event Center. It's going to be a plated salad with a nice dessert from Nothing Bundt Cakes, a silent auction, and then, of course, we'll hear from Heidi.
Yes, let's talk a little bit more about Heidi because you have she's the special guest and has a really incredible story.
Yeah, she really does. I mean, she was battling cancer in the public eye when she was running for governor almost 2 decades ago, and I think she was actually announced her diagnosis 5 days after she found out to the public, and then actually had, I think, surgery 2 weeks later, and then continued on her campaign trail. She also had 2 young children, 2 teenagers. She had lost her dad at 26 to, I believe it was melanoma. So her story is really, I think, a story that people can relate to. Like, how do you balance, you know, a cancer diagnosis and raising a family and all your other duties, especially if you're in the public eye. I think it'll be really great to hear from her.
Have you been able to talk to her a little bit? What are some of the most interesting things that you have that you think people will hear from her? Maybe advice, inspiration?
Yeah, I think it's more about, like, we're in this together. It's that mindset, right? So she had, you know, she says that she announced it because she kind of wanted people to know, right? So, like, the whole state of North Dakota is what she says. She felt like they were behind her and praying for her during her treatment. And she really even continued during her, when she was U.S. Senator, she actually worked with Donald Trump to mint a it was a breast cancer awareness coin, and some of those other things that she did while she was in office, because she was a survivor too. Like, she was more than a senator, she was a survivor. And I think she's going to talk a lot about how we're in this together and just sort of how we can continue to lift each other up.
And I know, maybe it was through you guys I read this isn't a political luncheon. It's not about which side you're on. It's about, you know, not being on the side of cancer. And that's why her story, just being a woman and you know, having a family and still trying to run a campaign, doing all of that, I can't imagine at the same time.
No, yeah, I mean, she's gonna do a live Q&A too for the last 15-ish minutes. So you're gonna be able to ask her questions, kind of like, how did you do it? Like, who did you lean on? And Robbie Daniels from 107.9 The Fox is gonna be our MC, so she'll kind of be moderating that Q&A. So it's gonna be really nice, and it's gonna be pretty intimate, and it's gonna be more of an experience too, I would say, just because you're gonna be able to really hear some raw comments, and I think it's gonna be a really great event.
And tickets are still available?
Yeah, tickets are still available. You can buy them online at bidpal.net/19hope, or of course, if you look for the Sanford Health Foundation on our social media, there's links to that as well.
And there's also going to be a great silent auction. What are some of the items up?
Yeah, so one of the cool items I think is a room rearrange from Designing Women 2, where you'll leave during the day and they'll have like a total room rearrange just using stuff you have. So that's a really cool one. I'm personally a fan of that one. 3 months of unlimited yoga at Downtown Yoga, and then there's a Carson Wentz jersey, amongst other things. So yeah.
I love that the third thing on your list was, man, Carson Wentz. I
there's
agree with you. Those are some different items than typically you have on a That is awesome. Okay, and happening this Friday, the money is all raised to go towards?
Yeah, so it's going towards the Edith Sanford Breast Cancer Initiative, and really what that goes towards are a lot of the emotional care in addition to research, but it's that integrative medicine where it's massage therapy, there's reflexology, there's nurse navigators. So when you're diagnosed with cancer, you're immediately assigned, or you have the option to have a nurse who will literally walk you through treatment to survivorship, like how to, like, resources that you can use. And then of course there's a survivorship program as well that we fund that's people, you know, surviving cancer is a big deal, and like, how do you deal with all those emotions? And of course pet therapy and art therapy too, just because we really want to take care of the full patient, not just the cancer. It's those emotional needs as well.
Emma, great luncheon and helping support a great cause as well. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having
Friday.
me. Yeah.
Coming up, the Energy and Environmental Research Center at UND is an organization of over 200 people that research ways to make energy production cleaner and efficient. We're going to talk to the CEO next.